best spear ever.
Keep in mind,
The WWE Universe was left absolutely stunned when Jey Uso shocked everyone by turning heel and boldly declaring himself the new tribal chief, betraying Roman Reigns in one of the most jaw-dropping moments in recent wrestling history. What started as subtle backstage tension exploded into a full-blown power struggle right in front of millions of fans. Jey, long known as the loyal soldier of the Bloodline, flipped the script with a move so unexpected and bold it instantly sent shockwaves through the locker room and the WWE storyline landscape. This wasn't just a betrayal. It was a game-changing moment that set to reshape the future of WWE. The tribal hierarchy has been shaken to its core, and nobody saw this coming. Uso's shocking transformation. From loyal soldier to ruthless rebel. Uso had long been viewed as the shining, steadfast soldier in Roman Reigns' empire, a loyalist who executed orders with precision and discipline. But beneath that calm exterior simmered frustration. This wasn't a spontaneous betrayal. It was the calculated eruption of a man tired of being overlooked, relegated to the shadows while Reigns basked in the spotlight. Insiders paint a picture of quiet discontent that festered over months. Private conversations with producers and mentors revealed a simmering resentment. Uso felt like a secondary player in a grand narrative he deserved to lead. This was no heat-of-the-moment outburst. It was a meticulously crafted coup, timed with surgical precision for maximum impact. The cinematic betrayal. A masterclass in wrestling storytelling. The storyline had been building carefully. Roman Reigns had dominated the scene, his promos dripping with authority, every match outcome reinforcing his near-untouchable status. Then, in a scene ripped straight from a gripping drama, the camera caught Uso's subtle but telling shift. A hesitation, a sharp glare, a knowing nod to the crowd. Wrestling fans versed in psychology immediately sensed the tectonic shift beneath the surface. The night of the betrayal, the atmosphere was electric. Reigns opened the show, asserting his tribal chief dominance with fiery words that echoed through the arena. Uso appeared at ringside, his conflicted expressions and stolen glances at Reigns' opponents creating an undercurrent of doubt that rippled through the crowd. Then, in the heat of the match, everything exploded. Uso didn't intervene to save Reigns as expected. Instead, he launched a brutal attack against Reigns' rival, stunning everyone: fans, wrestlers, and even backstage staff. Initial fears of a botched storyline quickly turned to awe as Uso's timing proved flawless. The crowd erupted in a mixture of shock and exhilaration, sensing history being made. Backstage turmoil, the calm after the storm. Behind the scenes, chaos reigned. Sources confirm Reigns' reaction was a volatile mix of steely composure and simmering frustration. Immediate meetings were called. WWE's creative team scrambled to rewrite storylines on the fly. Uso's betrayal didn't just change one match, it sent shockwaves that threatened to topple months of carefully crafted narratives. The implications were massive. Pay-per-view cards, championship arcs, mid-card feuds, all paused, recalibrated, and reshaped to accommodate this seismic shift. Behind closed doors, Uso wasn't just a traitor. He was a bold new player, staking his claim to power. The birth of a new tribal chief. A bold declaration. What made Uso's heel turn so earth-shattering was his audacious self-declaration as the new tribal chief. Traditionally, that mantle belonged exclusively to Roman Reigns, but Uso shattered that expectation with a calculated, provocative statement that set the entire WWE Universe ablaze. Backstage, this was seen as a strategic power play, designed to incite outrage, force rivalries, and fracture the locker room's delicate balance. By positioning himself as a legitimate threat, Uso challenged not just Reigns' narrative dominance, but his backstage authority, sending ripples through the entire roster. Psychological warfare and strategic maneuvers. Uso didn't stop at betrayal. He weaponized it. Insiders reveal he held private meetings with allies and potential recruits, outlining a vision for a new tribal order built on loyalty, intimidation, and tactical dominance. This wasn't merely about wrestling matches. It was psychological warfare, a chess game played with glances, whispers, and calculated power moves. This web of intrigue unsettled the locker room. Wrestlers who had once stood unwaveringly behind Reigns now found themselves hesitating, questioning alliances, and reconsidering loyalties. The factional fallout spread across the roster, from top stars to rising talents in WWE's developmental system. The ripple effect on WWE storylines and pay-per-views. Narratively, Uso's heel turn was a stroke of genius. The betrayal injected fresh tension and unpredictability, immediately capturing audience attention. WWE's creative team swiftly adapted, drafting multi-episode arcs exploring the growing conflict between Reigns and Uso, with championship stakes, faction battles, and surprise appearances shaping the unfolding drama. Every segment post-event was re-evaluated to leverage the betrayal's shock value, keeping fans glued to their screens. This was no mere plot twist. It was the catalyst for a sprawling, emotionally charged storyline that promised to redefine WWE programming for months to come. Mastering the art of promos. Uso's dual persona. Uso's promos following the heel turn were a masterclass in psychological complexity. Balancing raw anger with commanding authority, he crafted a persona that demanded respect, yet provoked intense hatred. This nuanced portrayal set him apart from typical heels, who often swing too far into either villainy or defiance. Audience reactions were immediate and intense. Fans were torn between admiration for his audacity and outrage at his betrayal, a duality that made Uso's character richer and more compelling than ever. Roman Reigns' calculated response. Backstage, Roman Reigns maintained a mask of measured composure, but insiders confirm the strategic wheels were turning fast. Meetings with WWE creative became intense, focused on preserving Reigns' narrative dominance while responding to Uso's challenge. Plans for match stipulations, surprise interferences, and factional skirmishes were drafted as Reigns' team sought to counteract Uso's growing influence. This behind-the-scenes chess match added layers of tension to every promo, segment, and match outcome, elevating the storytelling complexity. Commercial impact and marketing moves. Uso's heel turn wasn't just a storyline, it became a commercial phenomenon. WWE's marketing machine sprang into action, quickly developing tribal chief-themed merchandise, apparel, and collectibles. This savvy capitalization reflected the company's confidence in the narrative's long-term potential and audience appeal. And merchandise sales surged, ticket demand increased, and social media buzz skyrocketed, underscoring the dual success of Uso's move as both a storyline masterstroke and a commercial win.